I'm here with Brett Strot at Punch Bowl Social in St. Louis Park. Brett, thanks for your time today. It's another great season of high school hockey in Minnesota. You're a native Minnesotan, so where are you from?
Well, originally from Brooklyn Park, and then parents moved over to the Maple Grove area, so I spent my years playing at Osseo High School, and then eventually made my way down to Florida.
So you called it Osseo High School. OMG is what they call it now. So you were back at Osseo High School before they had the co-op youth program with Maple Grove.
There wasn't a lot out in Maple Grove, downtown Maple Grove, at a McDonald's and an SA gas station and maybe a grocery store. That was about it on Weaver Lake Drive. That was what I remember of Maple Grove at that time.
So a lot's changed in Maple Grove and a lot's changed in your world as well. I know you played for the Gophers and embarked on a minor pro career. But why don't you tell us what you're up to now? You had a lot of excitement back in February.
Yeah, we just came off winning the gold medal with the women's USA Olympic team there, so I had an opportunity to coach with my college roommate Rob Stauber and Paul Morrow. And we were able to have a 6-month residency down in my hometown down in Tampa at the Wesley Chapel Florida Hospital Ice Arena.
Well, that's fantastic. Obviously, the women had kind of been snake bit in the Olympics. Canada's a worthy opponent, and a lot went up. Really, 4 years of work to get to that point. So congratulations. That was a high mark for American hockey.
Thank you very much.
So in between, we mentioned Osseo youth, playing for the Gophers, and then more recently the Olympic coaching, associate head coach. But in between, why don't you tell us what your career is and what is it that you do year in, year out?
Well, I operate a Tier 3 junior hockey program called the Tampa Bay Juniors down in the Tampa Bay area. But we really specialize in helping kids get on the right path, becoming faster, both not only with their bodies, the speed of their feet we call it, but also the speed of their mind and how they think the game and their skills. Every time you go to a higher level, the game is faster, and so we really target on those areas specifically with individuals, to help them get on the right path, to help them achieve some of their higher goals that they may have in hockey.
So you're coaching junior hockey. Maybe tell our viewers, who's a candidate to play at this level?
Well, we're up here in Minnesota. This is kind of our recruiting grounds, and we're looking for those players that are right on the cusp of making the North American Hockey League or the USHL, the Tier 1 or Tier 2 levels. Looking for those players that just need maybe another year of development and training. That's what's great about junior hockey, John, is myself, I played 1 year in the USHL before going on to the University of Minnesota, and if it wasn't for junior hockey, I never would have had that opportunity. So a lot of players just need an extra year or two to grow and develop and have a chance to play. And then, again, hockey is a nationwide sport now. It's not a Minnesota, Massachusetts, Michigan sport like it was when we were growing up. And so players from Florida or Texas can still get those same opportunities, or even kids from Minnesota coming down to Florida.
So, Brett, talking about a player from Minnesota that's going to head and go through a season of hockey based in Tampa, why don't you give us an idea of what that looks like, and maybe number of games and the schedule and how much travel and how much training are they on ice? This is the state of hockey. You're the Sunshine State, so it sounds a little foreign maybe going south for hockey, but give us an idea what a year looks like.
Yeah, no, a lot's changed over the last 10, 12 years, and like I said, hockey's nationwide, and the Tampa Bay Juniors with the junior program, it's run like a college team. We travel as a team. We have a couple trips that we fly to up in the Northeast in the Chicago area. Otherwise, we're on a charter bus with our players. We're practicing and training every single day. And being in Florida, what I found as a player in the minor leagues is that in the wintertime, it's a clear blue sky, which I found out is a high pressure system, which means you're more apt to being active. And so, being an athlete, you need to train. So it just gives you that energy and to be vibrant and want to be active rather than kind of sitting around all day while it's snowing. So there's a lot of advantages to playing in Florida.
And you'll learn a lot about meteorology if you play for Coach Brett Strot. So that's awesome. So what's the goal? A player's going to come down from Minnesota, go through a season or two junior hockey in Tampa with the Tampa Juniors, or maybe go somewhere else with another Tier 3 junior team. What's the goal for those players? What is it they're trying to attain?
Well, again, they're trying to get to college hockey, and Division I college hockey would be their ultimate goal. And so, obviously, players need to get to that Tier 1 or Tier 2 level. So, for those players, this Tier 3 level is a stepping stone for them to get another year under the belt. We focus on helping them become a player that can play at a higher level, through the areas of speed. And so that's really what it's about for those players. But there are some other players that may be a little bit older, aging out, and they have an opportunity to play Division III college hockey, or there's some great college club teams out there. And so there's a place for every player to continue on playing hockey beyond their junior years.
So you're looking for players that have a interest in getting better and a passion for the game.
Correct.
And if I've got the visual right, it could be a gulf that's a little bit too far for someone to jump across. There's a stepping stone that can help them get there. What about player success stories that have taken that step and really gone on to do some pretty impressive things? I know there's a lot of them. What are some examples that you can give us?
Yeah, well, we had a group of kids that were Florida-born kids that were just another good hockey player. They were in Minnesota, and Brian Furlan comes to name, was a kid who went to the junior program, and right from there went on to the USHL and on to Cornell, and then signed with the Boston Bruins. Luke Bronovich, a player that you'll be talking to here as well, from Edina, came down to the program, made the jump to the North American Hockey League, and now he's going to Providence. So again, those are great success stories. Another player from Finland who came at a young age is now in the Dallas Stars organization. So those are the higher end stories, but there's also stories of players that have gone on to D3 college hockey or even some cup programs as well.
Brett, those are some great examples of some kids from your program, and I know you do a great job with the Tampa Juniors, but there's also other programs that do a good job as well, and I think that the one that really comes to mind as a poster child for what junior hockey can do just played in the Stanley Cup Finals with the Vegas Golden Knights, another Florida player, Ryan Carpenter. So if we started jotting down names and made a list, we'd run out of paper with how many players have gone on to play at major colleges or even in the NHL out of this level of junior hockey.
No, absolutely. And so, again, for me, I see a lot of kids chase after it. I think the most important thing is to recognize what your strengths are and your weaknesses are, and find a program, that's going to help you in grow in those areas. Because this day and age, they'll find you if you're good enough. I think a lot of kids chase after it. I think more if you focus on really what you need to work on and find that program, you're going to have greater results.
Brett, that's fantastic. Thanks for all your time.
Okay, thanks, Tom.